And I know you say, why do I get back to lead generation and why do I have to do lead generation? Well, again, that's like practice. You know, it's like practice. You know, if you're satisfied with getting in the league, after you get there, you can kick it. If you want to be the best you can be, even after you get to the league, you need to practice. And that becomes the difference of really succeeding and not. If you lead generation, in my opinion, it changes a little bit when you're focusing on this point of the year. You always should do these things, but it's, in my opinion, very critical and crucial at this point of the year. And yet your lead generation, you need to be extremely focused. That's where that feeding your mind and stuff comes into. You need to really be focused. You need to time block it, or whatever it is you're doing. You need to stick to it. If you don't do it when you say you're going to do it, you need to replace it. You don't have an option of not doing it that day. If you don't do it that day, you've got more to do the next day. There's plenty of times where I'll come in on Saturday morning because it didn't get done during the week. That's what you have to do. It needs to be efficient. By efficient, meaning you're not just sitting around wasting a whole bunch of time and pretending that you're lead generating. Why? Because people are taking time off, people are in holiday mode, and you are looking for the people who are really looking to do something at this time of the year. So it needs to be focused. You need to be efficient with it. It needs to be concise. You need to know what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it. You need to know your scripts. You need to know your dialogues. You need to know what you're going to say. You need to know who you're going after. You need to really be tracking your numbers, how many people you're contacting, how many personal notes you're writing. Whatever it is that you are doing as part of your business plan, you really need to be tracking it, especially during this time. You need to be doing it during this time not only to hopefully get business here now, but to continuously move yourself out for 2014. That's the only way that it gets done. This is how you give yourself an extra month, because guess what everybody else does when they're ready to do something? They start thinking about it in the real estate business somewhere around the 15th or so of January. For those of us who have been around a long time, it's amazing how many homes come on the market somewhere around the 15th and 20th or so of January. Everybody's back to work then, right? But let me ask you something. If you're talking to someone that's a seller, and even if you're talking to a seller that possibly wants to sell their home and they're telling you they don't really have a really good reason, well, we just want to wait till after the holiday. If you're able to sit down and you know your scripts, your dialogue, and your plan, you're able to explain to that seller how more property is going to come on the market after the first of the year. You're going to have more competition to sell. Right now, if you were to put your home on the market, someone is going to come out to look to buy your home. There's going to be less looky-loos out there because they're out, Christmasing. They're doing the holidays. People that are out looking right now, they're really looking to buy your home. If you price your home correctly, you stage it and look properly, odds are you're going to get a higher dollar value over quickly, and you get to enjoy the rest of the holidays like everybody else. Is there going to be a seller here that'll make sense to that might work with you? Absolutely. You've got a buyer. That buyer right now. And then the buyer tells you, you know what, I think I'm going to wait till after the first of the year, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, let me ask you a question. If you see a seller that's home's up for sale right now, I said, do you think that they're really motivated to sell? Those of you who know your numbers, you know your numbers that I know a couple of months ago, we were at, 200 and some odd homes for sale here in Santa Clarita. Now we're at 500 and some odd homes for sale. Inventory is quote-unquote doubled. Is there possibly price reductions that you are seeing, or price reductions coming? Is there possibly a home that's on the market that the agent either hasn't been strong enough, the seller is winning, and they're not reduced their price yet, but if you were to bring me an offer, I would consider it? Is there the possibility of some more flexibility right now? If you were to take that buyer and show them that this is a particular time that they may have an upper hand, the interest rates are still at a good level, we don't know what's going to happen after the first of the year. Right now is a chance for you to possibly get that deal or steal you've been looking for. I mean, is that a possibility? I mean, you got to remember what you're looking for. You're looking for an efficiency. You're looking to be focused. You're looking to be concise of the particular type of customer that'll do what you need to do now. And even if they don't do it right now, and they're going to do it in January, if you've already been working, planting those seeds, working with what you need to do with these particular customers, who are they going to use? Are they going to use the person that's been on winter break? Are they going to use the person that's been working and contacting them and staying in touch with them doing what needs to be done all through all through the holiday season up to the start of 2014. My bet is that that's the person that they're going to use if you stay in touch with them properly and you're doing what you should do. You should list, and list as many homes as you can. Now, I know you say you should do this at any time, and the answer to that question is yes, you should. But why would you want to list more homes now? Well, there's one rule of thumb that says we're going to list and we're going to put you on the market after January because nobody's looking during the holidays. Truth of the matter is, it's not that nobody's looking, it's that nobody in the real estate industry is working. People are buying. So you want to do one of two things. Number one, again, if you can list that property and that seller will price their home correctly, and you can get that home under contract and you get it up under the holiday, during the holiday season, not only do you have an opportunity for it to sell now, guess what? You have an opportunity with your marketing and the other things you do to not only obtain other clients to build your business, but when January comes and everybody comes back to work, what sells first? I mean, we're talking about a more normal market here. We're talking about a time right now, in case you guys haven't noticed, depends upon where you're at in your business. If you haven't noticed, it's shifting again. I don't know if you've noticed, but every home that you put up for sale right now is not selling at list price with 25 offers on it with appraisal contingencies being removed. Now, are there still properties where that's happening? Yes, there is. But realistically, odds are, is it happening all the time right now? It's not. And if you are not seeing that, it's not. I can tell you it's only because you're not working. If you're working, you're seeing that. So that being the case, that means that we're heading to maybe right now, and if it's no more than during the winter break time, a more normal type of setting where unless the home is priced extremely well, et cetera, that it sells right away, now is a particular time to stack those listings. And again, if for whatever reason, say the seller doesn't want to put their home no matter what on until after the first of the year, is there anything wrong with you getting the property under contract now and have a set time when the property is supposed to start and be marketed? Isn't that better than waiting till the people come back from winter break and you have some competition? I mean, is it a bad thing if you were to get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 listings right now, and for whatever reason they didn't want to start marketing their home until January, that they would sign a contract with you now? Do you think that if you got somebody to sign a contract with you now, and even though they didn't want to market their house until January, if you happen to come by and say, hey, Randy, I know we're not supposed to sell the house until January, but I got somebody right now that might pay you cash and want to give you 100% of what you're asking for in your list price. Could I show it? Do you think they might? Just a thought. The only people that are going to be off are us. The rest of the world is going to continue to work.